Alright guys, this is Jonathan Linville here, and here is the bridge that is right before where we turn off the main trail. We came from that direction, 2 miles, 2.2 miles, something like that. Pan you around here real slow. Up that way, 14 miles is the other gate. And looks like we got a little serpent friend there, and that's the second one I saw walking up the trail, so I got to be careful on the way back. Now right here, it's very overgrown, is our trail. It's a pretty steep one, so we'll come on down it. That was a copperhead too. I got to make sure that I'm watchful. You come on down this trail, I'm going to take you into camp. George is up there somewhere. I think he's looking to modify our spit that we're cooking on. Got some blackberries here, not quite ripe. Some are, some aren't. It's pretty thick right here, so depending upon the sunshine that they get. Right down here as I walked up, right before I walked up the little hill, a bird flew out, and then I saw a snake crawl into the weeds, so I don't know if he had a hold of the bird, but I need to be really careful because didn't get a good look at him, but he may very well have been a copperhead as well. And I have long pants, I have actual pants on, but I still don't want to get nailed. Right here goes our little trail out through there, and that's where I'm going to go. I'm just being watchful of where I step. Firstly, because it gets pretty dense right here, and I have to see where I'm walking through, so whatever's on the sides of the trail could very easily nail me. Walk through it real quick. I need to tell George about the snake out here, well, 2 snakes, so he's aware. There is the Cranberry River as it runs underneath the bridge. We've had a good trip so far. Weather's been good. It's rained a little bit today, but just on and off light sprinkles, nothing major. And been really fortunate. Had a good outing. It was brutal coming down in here. Me and George were we were beat up when we got down here. We tried to get a fire going momentarily, and we were just too tired. We didn't even cook. We just made camp and went to bed last night. Now this little part of the trail semi-washed out up here, and it gets a little, it's not bad. I'm not wearing a pack right now or anything. The only things I am wearing is multicam, Deer Creek Wilderness Outfitters ATK, which is doing a fine job. Dangler works great. And I've got around my neck, I have a Survival Bush Point, Cole Craven Bushcraft designed and Diving Sparrow made. It's doing a great job as well. Get all this tucked back. And this is the little trail. It follows alongside of the river. And I've camped up in here many times from a young boy on up. And it's changed here and there, you know, erosion and other people camping down here. But still, even with that, it's one of the lesser camped spots, mainly because it's not evident from the road. The path is all grown up, so unless you've been here before, you're probably not going to wander down in here unless you're a trout fisherman, and therefore you won't know much about what is down in here. And let's see, here's some rocks I just had to step over. That's where I just came from. Back up that way. It can get pretty narrow at times. The river is very languid. It's down. The river is down significantly, and continue on up the path here. Yeah, the river is down a lot. The water source above our camp, I believe it's a spring that comes out of the mountain. I haven't traced it back to its source, but it runs into the river. Our camp is up this way. Little water source is beyond our camp about 100 yards and runs back up onto the mountainside, so I'm almost sure it's a little cistern that comes out of the hillside. And it's very dry. It's just got one little stream running through the farthest side of it. And it's usually all submerged. So I don't know if the cistern isn't running well or if they've just had a lack of adequate rain. And right here's one of the spots where it gets a little narrow to walk on. I've got to walk on this section right here. It's a little bit washed out. It's about the same. I was up here last August, camped in the same spot, and it hasn't eroded anymore since then. I don't know if it will. All that you would need to do is clear some of this back. Lots of mountain laurel. So, continue on our path. Keeping an eye out for snakes. The sun's out and they may be out sunning up. This is our little overgrown path. Still passable. Here's some more blackberries coming along. See if you can see that. Not quite out there yet. They don't get a lot of sun right here due to the brush. Walking on up into camp. George went beyond the camp to source a better spit for our fire. Trying to get our Cornish hens done. Yep, that's right, I said it. Cornish hens. He packed them all the way down in here. We're living high on the hog for sure. Coming into camp, it looks like he's back. And there he sits. The epitome of bushcraft himself.
Smart ass.
Yeah, be careful going out toward the road. 2 copperheads.
Yeah?
Well, one for sure. I couldn't see the second one. When I was getting ready to go up the little hill to get up on the road, a bird flew out. And I caught Snake's tail going into the bush. I don't know if he had a hold of the bird.
Cool.
But then when I got up on the bridge to film, there was a copperhead. He was just beyond the bridge, right on the gravel.
Oh,
and
cool.
he crawled off the road, and he was a copperhead for sure.
Yeah, that's easy.
Yeah.
You just look for the marbling on the body.
Yeah. He was definitely. I didn't get a good eyeball of the one in the bushes.
You didn't kill him?
No.
We could have ate him, man.
I was thinking about it. I really did think about it. I thought about pinning him down and taking him out.
Man, that would have been nice.
Yeah,
that would have been some sweet meat, man.
Could have filleted him right out.
Yeah, and I got a new stick. Coming for.
Yep.
I want to transfer those onto something a little bit more substantial.
Well, that's how we could have cooked him. Cut his tail portion off and his head, of course, and then just skirt him right down through there. Yeah, skewer him. Right here is our King's dinner. Cornish hens. George packed them the whole way.
No, man. Those are rough grouse.
Ruffled grouse? If I killed a ruffled grouse that big, I'd just give up. I couldn't top that. And here's George's setup, his Deer Creek Wilderness Outfitters 9x9. I've got the same at home. I didn't pack it because I had gone a little tool heavy on this one, so I saved the weight. It's done him a good job though. Looks good. He's got his Eno hammock, double nest under here. I know he slept good because I heard him snoring all night long. And we needed it too. We were beat up when we got here. Here's mine. Bushcraft USA tarp. I believe this one is a 9x11. I have a messed 5x7 in my pack. And I'm using a 5x7 Walmart nylon tarp as a ground sheet. Got my MSS in here. Wilderness Ironworks pack axe in there. My canteen cup, Snow Peak cup, canteen. Various effects under there. Large Alice in the back. All strung up here. Pulled tight with a prusik. What are you doing, George? Are you getting them ready to go?
I'm making a new spit because I just don't like the way that one looks.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
I cut a couple more Y branches to get them a little lower, so as the coals burn down, we can continue getting the same amount of heat on them.
Right.
By lowering them down. So, yeah, that spit we got there is a little bent, a little too bent.